Hey, what's going on? This is Harris. Thank you so much for taking a listen into the podcast today. We're talking about fearing success in fitness. I'll start by noting that, like most things I talk about, this directly applies to any other area of life that you would like to take it, right? This is the problem, the challenge, the issue, so to speak, that I'm going to get into in this episode relates to a lot of other things, but I'll keep it in the lens of fitness and strength and what we normally do here on the show. So, fearing success, the fear of success, it sounds counterintuitive, right? It's not a common way to think about why we tend to not do well in certain areas. Because when we're reading things, when we're watching things, when we're being the consumer of media and of concepts all around us, it's all about success, right? We're always being sold things. We're being pushed on ideas of how to be better, how to improve, how to change, right? So it wouldn't seem like a common issue that a lot of people fear success. You would think, oh no, everyone wants to be successful. That's all they're after. But today I want to counter that, and I want to give my case for why I think I'm definitely not saying all, not even most, but I think many people in some way where they're currently at are fearing the success that comes with improving their fitness or getting to a place that they think they want to be. So what do I mean? If you are anywhere, and again, take this in all other areas of life, if you're anywhere with your fitness right now and you're not happy, you're struggling with your body image, you're not liking the strength that you think you have physically, right? You feel weak, you feel lazy, you feel unhealthy, whatever that is to any degree. In order to level up, not just once, but 5 times, right? To make a serious impact, to reinvent yourself and your fitness. It's not going to just come with that change, right? What I mean is you won't just be able to do exactly what you're doing now in life and kind of make everything exactly the same, but all of a sudden have a whole different body, have a whole different strength level, have a whole different health. You're going to have new behaviors. You're going to have different responsibilities, different habits. It's going to be a different type of challenge. And I think while many humans, again, all of us included, want to be successful in some way, whatever that means to us, change is not always natural. And with success means a lot of change. So the reason for this talk today is I've been thinking a lot about, I'll be completely candid with you, why, again, not all, but why many people that are viewing the things I put out, are consuming what I talk about, are, in some way interactive with what I do, don't ever seem to take me up on what I want to offer them. And let me be clear, I'm not talking about paying me or working with me as a coach necessarily, right? That's the higher level. I'm talking about even question and answers on Instagram or sending emails with questions at the end, right? Trying to get a deeper dive into what this person's life is like so I can further help. And again, I want to say, I understand there's a lot of coaches, there's a lot of different people that are in our ears trying to help us, so to speak. So I understand that we can't kind of work with everybody in that sense, right? And answer all the questions. And, there's so much noise out there. But I will also say, to counter that point, if you have ever listened to any of these podcasts, if you have read any of my blogs, if you have followed me on Instagram, if you have talked with me in person, you know that I'm a big believer in minimizing that noise. And I've also told people very, very honestly that if the stuff that I put out is more noise to them and it's not really helping, they can absolutely unfollow, unsubscribe, stop listening. Zero harm, zero hard feelings, can still be friendly always, right? And that's an important point, because while some say, oh, you can't always take people up on these offers, you can't always interact, or I don't have time to answer this or that, I would argue, then why are you following all of these people? Why are you consuming this content? Why are you having these conversations? I think if somebody, right, whether it's you or whether it's somebody else is struggling with their fitness, their mindset around their bodies, around their health, and they want that change, and they are being contacted by somebody who cares and wants to help them make that change, and they are continuing to open, again, the emails or listen to the podcast or follow them on Instagram, but they are not taking that person up on the potential help, even if it's free help, right, in that moment, then I would suggest rethinking what you're really doing with your time in that sense. And I hope this comes across in the way that I intend it to be, which is a positive way, is that if you're listening right now and you really want to see change in your life, in your fitness, I want you to know that I am here to actually support you, right? If that means working with me in a legitimate manner, right, coaching with me fully, so be it. Amazing. I would love that. But I'm also not pushing that because, again, I'm making this podcast for free. I send out almost a daily email for free. I have content on my website for free where you don't even need an email. You can go there and you can learn, right? Instagram, same thing. So if you're going to continue to listen, if you're going to continue to follow in any way, and you want that change, please consider actually reaching out and asking for the help that you say you want. And this isn't just about me. That would be short-sighted because this episode wasn't just to pay attention to that point. It's for anybody. Even if there are other coaches or other people in other areas of your life that you consume their content, you follow, you interact with, I really encourage you to take a deep look on this. And if they are offering honest, if you trust them, right? If they're loyal, if you feel connected and they're offering to help teach you from their mistakes, teach you from their experience and their lessons, either take them up on it if you need it or want it, or potentially minimize the people that you are consuming, right? Because we're in a world of noise. There's so much information. There's so much out there. So I think if we're going to be taking that in consistently, then we should do something with it. Otherwise, it's best to reduce. And I want to wrap up and come back to the initial topic, which is the fear of success. I have a lot of great listeners, a lot of great email supporters, a lot of great clients that aren't in this category at all, right? They don't fear success, at least not enough to block them from taking action, because I get emails from them on my list. I get questions from them on Instagram. I get voice messages. I have clients contact me like almost every day. You know, that's what I do with the clients that I work with. And they're very open. They say, I'm struggling with this. I would like some help. Let's work through it. And we do. And it's great. So those people, I think, are somebody to look up to. So if you feel like you want to be in that category, if you want to have the courage to, or the capacity or the attention, whatever you want to call it, to reach out and to actually ask for the help that you need or want, then you can do that. Okay? Because if you really do want to be successful, and again, successful is a very subjective term. It's not a certain body type. It's not a certain personal record. It's just whatever success really means to you, right? Whatever that next level of self strength is, right? Pushing past where you are now. Whatever that is, it's going to come with change. It's going to be uncomfortable. There's going to be new responsibilities, new behaviors that you need to have in your life ongoing. So if you're ready to take those on and you want it, then you'll probably fall into that category of people I just mentioned who are doing incredibly well and they're asking and they're taking action on what we talk about. If you are in the category where you don't know if you really can handle that new responsibility, then it's worth rethinking the goals, because maybe the goals aren't currently what you want right now. So I hope that's helpful. All I ask is, please, if this isn't you, right? If you feel good to go with this area, but there's somebody you know that really does want to make change in their fitness and their health, and I'm not talking about, again, just vanity metrics. I'm talking about a serious reinvention of their body, their health, their strength, their behaviors, their habits, and you think that they could use this help, or just to hear this message, please share this episode. And that's all I ask. I would love it. Thank you so much for taking a listen today, and go be successful. Go do the thing that you want to do. All right. I'll talk to you soon.